Hello and welcome to the Cat Scrappiness channel. This is Shanna from Shanna Makes It, and I am part of the creative crew, and I'm presenting this on behalf of Cat Scrappiness. So today I'm going to introduce you to a brand new product collection that is available as of today. Now you may already be familiar with the Quokka line. We have other Quokka stamps available, and this is actually a brand new one that is available today. So this is just part of the release. There, in addition to the Quokka Love stamp, die, and paper pack, there's also Quokka flower. So I'm not covering that today, I'm just covering the Quokka Love, but I wanted to show it to you. So I thought we'd just start in with the stamp set. So we've got the Quokka, and we've got a 3 by about 2 inch Quokka he's hugging this heart, and he's got hearts around him. And then this is just chocked full of sentiments, just all kinds of sentiments that you could use for just about anything. So I'm going to run through them real quickly with you. We've got hugging you with all my heart, happy Valentine's Day, my heart belongs to you, it was always you, you are my favorite, so lucky to have a friend like you, you are my always, forever and always, you are my person, you make my heart happy, you're so sweet, we've got a groovy kind of love, and be my Valentine. And then all of these sentiments that surround it can all fit in the center of this heart. You can stamp them right in there. So we've got besties, XOXO, our love, sweet friend, hugs and kisses, be mine, I love you, friends forever, my love, me and you, love you lots, and soulmates. So you can just stamp them right there in the center of that heart when you stamp that out. So I think that is super cute. Now, if you're not into fussy cutting, we've got the answer for you. This die set will actually cut out everything. All of the sentiments, all of the Quokka, and even the hearts surrounding the Quokka. So if you're not into fussy cutting, no worries, we've got the die set for you. So this is just really a fun set. I think it'd be a lot of fun for whatever your project is. So let's go over the Quokka Love paper pad. Now this paper pad is a 6 by 6 double-sided premium cardstock. There's 12 patterns and there's 4 of each design. It's made in the USA. It's acid and linen free. So it would be great for all of your projects, scrapbooking, memory keeping, anything like that, because it's acid and linen free. So let's just review them. So the first pattern paper that we have here is all of our Quokkas. We've got hashtag love, we've got mwah on there, we've got I love you, and we've got some kissy face Quokkas on here. Just super cute, very playful and colorful. Could be a lot of fun to work with. And then the next pattern paper we've got is just a dark pink background with some lighter hearts and some little polka dots. Very subtle, could be a real nice subtle background. And then this one's just got all the colors in it. It's got the red, the teal, the pink, the taupe, and just a lot of fun different heart designs. I really like it. It's just super cute. And then this next one is just kind of a plaid background that is like almost like a teal or a dusty blue color. And it's very pretty. It coordinates very nicely with this next one here. And this one we've kind of got like the teal or the dusty blue background. And we've got all of the hearts with all of the little Quokkas, and we've got the little kissy face again. And it's just super cute and would coordinate very nice. Obviously the whole paper pack is going to coordinate very well together, but I like these two pieces of paper together here. Next we've got a white background with a taupe colored design on there. It almost looks like a fleur-de-lis, but it is just a little design, and that is a more neutral background that you could use. And it looks really nice with this next piece as well. This piece is brown, and it's got a lighter brown stripe and a darker brown stripe, and then it's got a cream heart, a pink heart, a teal heart, and a red heart, and we've got some polka dots on there as well. Just really pretty. This paper pack is just really, really nice. Now this is one of my favorites. This one has just a pink background. It's got a little white envelope, and it's got a little heart with a little darker pink that is sealing our envelope. And I think that would make a great background panel as well. And it also looks fabulous with this one. This pattern paper here has a lot of different sentiments on it. Happy Valentine's Day, moi, hashtag love, I love you, you've got Mel, and then just all the little hearts, and it's got a little floral element on it as well. So that's really pretty. And then we've got this pink that is like a polka dot, different size polka dots, or even a bubble. You've got the larger and the medium and the smaller polka dots, light background, darker pink polka dot or bubble. And then we've got this heart pattern, which has kind of a cream background, and it's just got all the colors of the hearts in it. Just really, really pretty. Really like it. And then on the back of it, we've got a white with a taupe brown colored polka dot, just real tiny, and would be a great piece of paper for any use. And then we're back to our pink hearts and our quokkas. So that is our paper pack, and I think it would be a lot of fun to just, you could make a set of cards, just lots of things that you could use it for. So I hope you like it. Now let's move on to using the products and see what kind of projects we can make. Okay, so I want to show you a couple different ways that we can stamp this down. So I brought in some white paper and some pink paper, and I'm going to bring in my Misty. If you don't have a Misty, you can use a stamping block, but I like to use the Misty in case I have to, stamp it a couple of times. So I'm just going to get my white paper laid down on here, and I'm going to condition my stamp just by rubbing my hands across it. When you haven't used it for the first time, it's always good to do that. So I'm going to lay my Quokka down here on my paper, and I'm going to bring in a sentiment and just lay it down on the paper as well. And then I'm going to get to stamping on my paper. So I'm just going to press down and pick up both the stamp and the sentiment and make sure my paper is positioned squarely in the corner. That way, if I have to stamp a couple times, I've got it in position. And now I'm just going to ink up both my Quokka and my Happy Valentine's Day sentiment that I've laid on my Misty. And I'm just going to get it good and inked because, I haven't used it yet. And then I'm going to clean off my Misty because I like to work with a clean environment and make sure it's nice and clean. So I've got that stamped up, and I'm just going to press it down gently with my pressing tool. I'm going to press real gently on the sentiment because sometimes those fine sentiments you want to press gently on. The eyes need a little bit more pressure, so I just press them down. And I've decided I'm going to go ahead and ink it up again, just so we have a good crisp inking. And that inked very well. Looked like I needed to press the foot down again. So there we go. We've got our Quokka and we've got our Happy Valentine's Day sentiment on white. And it's all set and ready to be colored. Now, if you're not into coloring and you want to have a colored Quokka, you can just bring in some colored paper. I've got this pink here, and I'm just going to ink it up again and stamp it down again, and then I'll have a pink Quokka that I can work with. So that's another way that you can use this stamp. If you're not a colorist, don't want to color, you can certainly do that. And you've got a cute little pink Quokka with a Happy Valentine's Day sentiment. Now, I'm going to just clean off my stamps. I just sprayed them with some water, and I'm using my little towel, and I'm going to lay them aside. I'm going to put that sentiment back that I just used on my, and I'm going to also lay the Quokka back. And I'm getting it ready to stamp the entire page of sentiments and Quokka is what I'm doing here. This is something I just like to do with my stamp sets is when I've got my Misty out and I've got my ink out, I'm just going to stamp them all up. And a quick way to do this is to just bring in some tape and turn your sheet of stamps over to where you've got the cover sheet on it. And then get your paper laid down and square it up. You want to get it nice and squared up so that if you have to do a double stamping, you're going to lay it down on there and pick it up. I'm going to flip it over because I didn't get all the ink off my Quokka from the stamping we just did. And I'm going to just ink up the whole thing. And that way I have got all of it stamped and ready to go. And so then I'll just close my Misty and I'll just press down and try to get a good pressing. And if I need to press again, my tape should hold it. And so I can just ink it up again and just press it again. And then we'll just press it down again. And if I've put my paper in the corner right, I'm going to have a good stamping. So there we have it. Now I have my entire stamp set stamped out, and I'm ready to lay my dies down on it. So I'm just going to bring in some of my dies, and I'm going to lay them down on here, and I'm going to use my mint tape to hold my dies down, and I'm just going to start laying my dies down and taping them. I like to tape them, that way I don't worry about them shifting in my my die cutting machine. And so I'll just get them laid on there real nice and just bring in the tape and just tape them down. Once I get them all of my dies laid out, then I'll take them to my die cutting machine. You can cut them apart if you want and do it that way, but I'm going to do them all at once, and I'll tell you why when I get it done. So I'm going to do my Quokka, and then I'm not going to demonstrate taping all of these because this is a real sentiment heavy set. And once I get everything taped down, I'm going to go to my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got everything taped down, and I'm going to go to my die cutting machine and die cut it all out at once. So here we go. I've got it all die cut out, and you can see some of the pieces already fell out. I used the magic mat, and I'm just going to get them off of there, and I'll have everything ready to go. And whatever I don't use, I'll store with my stamp and die set so that I'll have it for future use. And I'm going to just use my poke tool and just poke those all out, and some of them fall out. And I see I actually didn't get one of the dies laid down on there, but I'm going to keep going to show you for an example what we've done here. Now I've got them all popped out. Now I will keep these dies taped on this sheet of paper, and I'll tell you why. There's so many sentiments here, it will help you know which ones to line up where, because it takes a minute. It'll take you a minute to figure out which dies work with which sentiment, but if you keep that piece of paper with those dies taped down, it matches the stamp set exactly how they're laid down on it, and it will be a guide for you to use. Okay, now let's just make a quick card here. I brought in the Stitch Scallop rectangular die set from Scrappiness, and just die cut out that pink Quokka and my Happy Valentine sentiment, and I'm going to lay a piece of my paper down and just make a quick and easy card. So I'm just getting it laid down on an A2 size panel, and I decided I wanted to add just a little bit of color. I think you can do this even if you're not into coloring. I've just got a little alcohol marker, and I'm just going to color in the heart that the Quokka is holding, and then I'll also color in the hearts that are surrounding the Quokka's head, and that'll just give us a little bit of added color to our stamp set. And I think it's simple enough, and we can just get it colored in, and then we'll get this panel laid down on our card. And these little ones, you just need to go nice and slow and gently, and you can get them colored in fairly quickly and stay inside the lines pretty well. So now I'm ready to lay this panel down on my card base. So I'm just going to get it laid down on there, and that will finish the front of our card. And you can add just any sentiment on the inside. Now, we've got the one that I stamped out. I'm going to bring in some examples of some coloring. Now this one I just used the heart pattern paper. I bet in some Quokka Enamel Love dots and just laid it down on my card base. And then the next one I used the Stitch Scallop rectangle die set, colored it up, and it made a very nice card. So I hope you like them. Have a great day. Take care.